Hello. Today we are going to talk about GTM channel selections. We have seen in GTM strategies that we are divided into one phase. Either we are market experimentation phase, or we are in beachhead growth, or we are in expansion. Among all these phases, there are a number of strategies what a startup or company may adopt to. But you must still be confused. I'm not sure what type of channels I should still use under what constraints. So for this, we have developed a more elaborative and comprehensive playbook for you in which you can answer some of the questions, and accordingly, some channels and strategies are already developed for you. So these will help you to decide which way to go, when to go, and how to go. So let's have a look over the playbook, which is all about GTM channel selection. So over here, you can see there are some founder constraints in which you will be answering these questions, whether your team is big or small, and something like that. And then you see the content or organic type of marketing. Then there is paid and performance marketing. There could be email outreach, there could be referrals, there could be friends and family network, and there could be marketplaces and platforms. You must have noticed that these are more or less the similar strategies which we just talked about in GTM strategy playbook before this one. So let's have a look over the founder constraints. For instance, if we ask you, how big is your team right now? You can be a solo founder with 1 or maximum 3 people in your team. You could be a small team from 3 to 10 people. And you could be a growing team, 10 to 50 plus people. For instance, you are standing at a small team stage, which is small team, and we highlight this one. Then we talk about how clear is your ICP, like how much are you sure about your ideal customer profile? Remember, we talked about this thing in the market experimentation phase and then beachhead growth. So you can say that I'm not very much clear about it. I sold it to some of the customers, but they are not getting repeated clients. There could be occasional customers for me, or I'm not clear at all. I can say that there could be roughly idea of my ICP. So let's have a highlighted cell as rough, and we are not very much clear about them. So for these, we are actually going to highlight the entire rows to help us out. For small team, there are different strategies, and when our ICP is roughly known, then their different strategies are there. We will talk about all these strategies laterly. Then there is another constraint. How much can you spend monthly on marketing? Can you spend less than $1,000 a month, or from 1 to 3, or more than $3,000 a month? So for instance, you say, I'm a very low budgeted person and I cannot spend that much at this stage. So we can say that you are spending almost less than $1,000 a month on the marketing. Remember, this could be organic, or this could be paid, or some other strategies. How desperate you are for the results. Are you that much impatient that you want to see the results within a week, or you have time to see the results in 1 to 3 months? Let's have a look over 1 to 3 months, and we highlighted this one. Then comes, how easy is it to reach your buyer? So you can see that it's very easy to get to my buyer because I know this segment, that they are available on certain platforms, in certain directories, or I do have the email contact list or the phone directory or whatever it is. Or you can say that's a medium type of convenience is there to reach out such customers because they are distantly available. I cannot trace them very easily. So I float a message and some of them will connect and others may not be. And there could be a hard one in which enterprises or government institutions are involved, where it is literally very difficult or comparatively very difficult to reach them out. For instance, we take a medium case in which mid-market SaaS companies are there to whom I have to approach, and they are located on different geographic places. How much time or skills can you put into GTM weekly? Other than your other business operations, you have to be confined on your GTM. So you have to dedicate your time and energy very concisely on this activity. So you have to see how much time in a week you can spend. Let's say you can spend only less than 5 hours over a week, or you can spend more than 15 hours a week. Let's go with this option. You have to highlight all these cells and sections according to your business situation, your own understanding of the business. Then we talk about, do you have proof and materials to show credibility? You may not have any proofs or materials to show, because we can assume that if you are dealing with some market experimentation phase where you roughly know your ICP and rest of the constraints apply as we just selected, so in that case, it becomes none. But for instance, you say that I do have basic things along with me, like my website is there, my LinkedIn profile is there. So you can go with this option as well. So where are you weak today? So your current situation should be portrayed here. Actually includes the risk factors. So you can say, I can't reach enterprise buyers, or reliance on existing network means that I am completely relying on my existing network. And there could be another option. The targeting precision is pretty low because some of the marketing or lead generation tools are not giving me exact or accurate results. So for this purpose, you have to see where actually you are falling. For instance, you can say that I can't reach enterprise buyers. Then what's your working style? For instance, do you have any sales material? So you can say, I do have sales material, but that's very low in quality or in terms of providing sufficient information to the customers. So that could be low, medium, or high. Let's stick with the medium at the moment. So how much pricing power do you have? So this is all about the pricing in comparison to the competitors in the market where you are playing along with them. So for instance, we take a moderate case that you are dealing with a medium pricing. And then your positioning. How do your customers currently see you? That you are an expert, or you are just a service provider, or you are going to be a strategic partner? What positioning you are taking in the market while launching your services or expanding your services? So in a normal case, we can say that we are a service provider, and we just stick with this option. So now you see there are number of highlighted cells for us. These are actually giving us some area where we can see how we will have to narrow down the strategies and which channels we have to go for, so that from a jungle of strategies, crowded place of tools and available channels, we have to be confined with very fewer ones which are highly relevant to us. And how are we going to utilize these channels? That's what is going to be the idea as an outcome after this exercise. Let's jump back to the small team constraint. Here we see we have been given some of the strategies. In content type, we can see that we can split inbound and outbound for 2 to 3 months leads. And we can go for paid and performance. Performance marketing is all about run LinkedIn or Google Buzz. We will filter out whichever is not getting relevant to us. For email outreach, nurture small cold campaigns, 3 to 6 month results. After how much time it will be giving us some results. Then comes referrals, expand warm network, friends and family. It's useful, but less critical. And then marketplaces and platforms. It could be Upwork, it could be Fiverr, or it could be any other AWS type of platforms where you can place your products and services. So you can assign 1 to 2 people, steady pipeline in 1 to 2 months through bidding plus reviews. So this is all about your small team effort for certain type of strategies. But when you say that you are not that much clear about your ICP, so you see what you have to do being consistent with your content or organic marketing, you have to produce targeted content for 1 to 2 verticals only. Within paid performance category, we can see that small ad tests where on average per lead cost is $100 to $200 to validate the verticals. We will nullify such options on the basis of our next constraints, what we just talked about. You will have to observe the response rate by the respondents and how do they actually respond to your sales message. And then you have to pivot accordingly. Then referrals, and then friends and family, and then build on niche sub platforms like Clutch, G2, or filter categories. Now comes a very interesting constraint from the founder point of view. We said that we have less than $1,000 to spend on marketing each month. So it means we are going for free post or some SEO on our own website or our digital assets. It is clearly recommending you that you are not going for paid or performance. Over here, these options get eliminated and you make it red mark, because your budget is not there to facilitate you with these type of activities. So it means that all paid categories are getting eliminated from here, like mid-budget campaigns, which were highlighted earlier, narrow targeting. I mean, you cannot do that because of low budget. You can also just skip the scaled ads. So everything, whatever is getting under the paid campaigns, everything is getting eliminated because of the budget constraints. Suppose you had selected $1,000 to $3,000 campaigns, then you can jump to small ad tests where you are going to have a lead under $100 or $200. Now coming back to the same cell, that you had less than $1,000 to spend on the marketing budget. So that's why you are going for free post or SEO. You are not going for paid or performance marketing. And for email outreach, you can just warm your contact list or directories only, and that too under $100 tools. If you think you cannot buy such services and you cannot outsource, or you cannot make a marketing email campaign under $100 tools, then you better not go for this type of sales and marketing campaign or strategy. In that case, you might have to go for personal emails to different types of accounts, wherever you have driven them or you have acquired them. So you can nurture them through your cold campaign, through your own email IDs, and you can send couple of email messages to different email recipients in your directory, but you are not spending that much amount. So you can eliminate this option too, because your business objective is not being achieved by only warming the list. Then you can talk about ongoing nurturing and warm list focus later on. Under these constraints, what we have studied so far, your referrals may give you a high ROI and you need to capitalize them. Your friends and family can also give you a high ROI where you can utilize your relationships and you can get your business relationships and clients from there, and you can expect a high ROI against the cost of marketing you are paying. You can also go for free listings and basic bidding on different marketplaces and platforms. Then we talked about how fast do you need to see results. So you see, if you are consistently developing your engine and maintaining it, you can expect your results within 1 to 3 months, as we identified before. But for instance, if this was less than 1 week where you are desperate to see the results, this can only happen if you are going for a content or organic marketing, but you know audience is very much clear to you and your audience is ready to buy your services. So in that case, if you spend some amount and you have budget more than $1,000, there are chances to have a quick win in terms of leads. Coming back to the 1 to 3 months results in which you are having consistent engine. So your mid-budget campaigns have been out because of the budget constraints. You are going for ongoing nurturing in your email outreach, but that is also depending upon the budget you are going to spend over there. So this is all about referrals in which you are expecting a very high ROI, and similar thing for other strategies. How easy is it to reach your buyer? So for instance, you can see that it's not that much difficult, but not that much easy to reach our buyer, and it's a medium status for us. So you again rely on your content and SEO. So narrow targeting is eliminated because of the budget, but your warm list focus is high, and your referrals still work. And then the friend and family may respond you in a moderate way to you. But in case of different marketplaces and platforms, your niche specific platforms will respond you very precisely. If we talk about how much time you can put into GTM weekly, so that's another interesting part. If you are spending less than 5 hours a week, obviously you are getting late results and you don't have budget. So obviously you are avoiding things and you are just identifying some of the lists. But if you are spending more than 15 hours a week, so it means that we are expecting you are able to develop a full engine in terms of your content and organic marketing. In paid marketing, your scaled ads have been eliminated because of the budget constraints. Multi-segment outreach is possible through your email outreach. But again, it all depends how much budget you are going to consume over there. If you are not making high budgets over there and you are not consuming a lot of money on different tools and you are just trying to make more human energy over here, you can have multi-segment outreach through your manual efforts. You can talk about your referrals and your partnerships which are growing through your maintenance, and you can also maintain your friends and family relationships over here. Against the marketplaces and platform, you are actually outreaching multi-platforms with proactive reviews and follow-ups with the customers or clients who are posting their requirements over there. Similarly, if you have very basic material to show your credibility, so it means that you can talk about simple content in your posts, either on LinkedIn or Twitter or even Meta or Facebook or anywhere else. Small ads are still not going to work for you because of the constraints or budget. Then you are going a warm nurture. You are getting effective in your referrals and your friend and family relationships. And you are getting ad reviews, case studies, and consistent bidding. So similarly, you can see that we have responded to many of the questions. So each business scenario will be behaving differently. And you will be using your intelligence as well. Why? In some of the business cases, email marketing may not be recommended at all. And that depends on geography. For instance, this is observed in Pakistan that email marketing is not a recommended tool for marketing purposes. So whatever email marketing is giving you over here, irrespective of your founder constraints, you can simply eliminate that column from your GTM channel selection. And for instance, if you know that some of the people in your customer list or your ICPs are not effectively using LinkedIn, so in that case, you will have to decide it by yourself that we will not be utilizing LinkedIn for posting, for ads, or for any other thing like power and authority and command over subjects. These are market intelligent decisions which we have to take according to the situation of our business. And that's what we actually explored through market experimentation. And then we also explored this thing during our customer interactions, where we see which channels actually are used by these customers to explore solutions for their pain points. So when we correlate these pieces of information with our GTM, we concisely relate them and filter out all irrelevant channels and all other mediums so that we could play very smart and effective. So this is all about your channel selection strategy. I hope this will work for you and you will be able to conclude with a robust channel selection and your strategy to reach out to your customers. After talking about do you have any sales material ready, where we see that this is medium type of available material, we can also talk about the pricing power do you have, and we can also talk about how do customers currently see you, where your strategic positioning is being described, whether you are a service provider, where your competence in the content is visible on the platforms. You can see different strategies against this option as well. In the end, we have also given you some glossary and concepts in case that you are not familiar with some of the terminologies. So you can have a look over here for your better understanding. What do we mean by not clear ICP, rough ICP, or very clear ICP, JV emails? What is ABM, account based marketing? Everything is there to get you understanding of what exactly do we mean by these terminologies so that you can relate your business accordingly, and from a very big crowd of marketing channels and strategies and techniques, you can confine it to a very small scale and you can decide where exactly you want to place yourself. Thank you so much.